We've already read Little Red, but there's one thing I wanted to point out to you, and there is a link between Little Red and this book, Sidewalk Flowers. In both books, red stands out, and we notice that in a number of children's books, The Red Tree, for example, red is very significant. Now, in both of these books, we've got kind of monochrome backgrounds, but the colour red signifies, if you like, the protagonist. But what else does it signify? So, Sidewalk Flowers by John Arno Lawson and Sydney Smith. And as I said, it starts with a very monochrome background, an urban landscape, and we've got this almost comic strip kind of format here. It's a wordless picture book, so if you follow the text, and in the last reading, when I read Little Red, I referred to a kind of almost filmic quality to aspects of the illustrations. And you see that here as well. We've got kind of, if you think of a film, this is perhaps the opening with the long shot, which sets the scene. And then we have a series of shots, sort of medium close-ups that give us the characters and a little bit of background, a little bit of detail focusing on the girl. And then we've got a close-up and focusing on the flowers. And this is the first instance where we get additional colour. So you notice that. And as we move forward, other things are coloured in. So we might ask ourselves, well, why is part of the picture still in monochrome and other parts of the picture now in colour? Notice how flowers particularly are picked up in colour. But then the woman's dress. And then items in the shop. So we might have predicted early on that, well, it's all the natural things that are coloured. But then inanimate things, non-natural things, bottles and dresses are also picked up in colour. So we have to change our prediction and think, well, why is this now? What is it? Why is it that these other things are in colour? And this is very much a girl who's exploring her environment and noticing new things. And she goes to the park with her dad. So in many respects, this is quite a simple story. Father, his daughter, walking through their town or city, going to different places. She notices a dead bird, but the bird is not in colour. It's still monochrome. So, although she's noticed the bird, why is it not in colour? Because it appears to us that everything she notices is in colour, except the bird. Except on the next page, it is in colour. So when she first notices it, it's not. But then she lays the flowers on it. And suddenly there's a significance. Perhaps the flowers now signify rebirth, for example. But clearly, the bird now has greater significance for her than previously. And as she walks, more and more of the environment ceases to be in monochrome and more in colour. until practically everything is now in colour. So how do we explain this? Is it that as things become familiar to her, or her aspects of environment that are familiar to her are in colour, and those aspects of her environment that are monochrome are less familiar? So if we go back to the bird, for example, maybe it's the first time she's seen a dead bird. That's unfamiliar to her. But then she understands, she puts the flowers down, and it becomes part of her awareness, part of her consciousness. And home is the most familiar place to her. Her mum, that warm hug, the rosy cheeks of her mother's face. We get this feeling that, yeah, she's home, and everything now is colourful for her. Everything is familiar. And her garden is full of flowers. Oh, just one thing I've noticed, she's put the flowers in the back pocket of probably her brother, and in the back of the little push chair there. So she's actually picked these flowers, taken them home, and given them to her brother and sister. We assume they're her brother and sister. It's what she did with the bird, if you remember. She put the flowers down on the bird. And she looks up at the birds again there. So there's a kind of intratextual link between the dead bird and the live birds flying in the sky here. And we end with her in a field